Yeah, okay, so I need to sort something else out. But Mr. Bones will kind of be like, so if you want, we can get on our way.
I'm game.
Sure.
You guys?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's go.
Cool. That's Mr. Bones. And I assume he looks questioningly as Steve gets to the front of the car and starts tying himself to it.
I know my job
When
now.
we said
I know my-
adopted, we meant slave.
No. I mean, I know it looks
Slave,
weird.
I mean, get it right.
I know it
You
looks
make
weird.
you make your brother pull the car?
Yeah,
I know it
he's
looks
strong.
weird, but look, he is strong. Just look at him when he's put in the car, and then tell me that you want to
He's a
stop
better
him.
version of Patrin, that's why.
He's a faster
No.
version of me.
Oh no!
Look, just have a look at his face when he's put in the car, and then you tell me that you want him to stop pulling the car.
Does he look really happy when he pulls the car?
He looks pretty happy when he pulls the car.
He's like
That
a
doesn't
dog with his
deter
head
from
out
the
the
fact-
window.
That doesn't
Can
deter
Patrin
from
pull
the
the
fact.
car, or is it not possible?
Yes, he could have done. It's just the fact that he was too lazy, so he got Steve to do it.
Anyway,
So-
let's get to the car.
If you dangled bacon in front of Patrin, I think he'd pull the car. He'd just follow the bacon.
I'll untie myself and walk.
Like a greyhound and a hare.
Let's just go. Let's go.
Mr. Bones will speak a little bit of Dragonborn to
What? He knows Dragon Ball?
Is it
yeah.
now?
Whoa.
What?
So, is he speaking some Dragon Ball,
He's
Steve?
spoken, I heard it.
Yeah, he will say something like, so how are you? Yeah, I didn't know Patron had a brother.
I'm good, Darry. What? Hang on a minute.
So how's Steve react?
Well, it's going to be a bit of me
Physically.
and a bit of you. So how does Steve? Well, how would you think your steed would react to this?
Your
I'll
Steve.
be slightly confused and then look at me.
Yeah, probably.
And be like, this person just spoke to me.
Yeah, he
You
would
know
just
that
look at
scene
you.
in How to Train Your Dragon where the main character smiles at the dragon and then the dragon just sort of awkwardly smiles back? I just imagine that.
Yeah. Mr. Bones will look at you when he looks at you and goes, he's very quiet.
Yeah, he doesn't say a lot.
He's
He
mute.
goes,
But trust me, he's alright.
okay. And you can set on your way to Erith. Mr. Bones will be strumming along for the journey, just singing some travels music.
So just like that, we're going with him to another trial.
Yeah.
Might be, you know. I'll inquire as to where Mr. Bones got his guitar or lute or what is it? What is it he's playing?
It's a lute.
He
Yeah,
was
I'll
buried,
ask him where
he
he got
was
his lute
buried
from.
with it, obviously.
He will say, like, the last memory I have, well, my first memory I have is my skeletal hands grabbing this lute as I woke up.
Okay. Can I see the edges in the back of it for a sec?
Yeah, you go, sure. I'm passes it to you.
Okay, I'm looking it over. I want to see if there's any dents left from where he absolutely like whacked those owl bears and stuff that he hit. Was it the
There are scratches and scuffs all over it, but it seems of very solid construction.
Sorry, is this a magical item? Is this a magical
Because
item?
I've never thought about it, he says, just strumming it. It
Yeah,
allows me to channel magic, so I guess, he says.
Well,
Fucking-
true, but
Magical.
I mean the fact that you're whacking things over the head with it and that kind of thing.
You a
Wait.
ghost?
The skeleton.
Oh my god, he come out with that now, does he?
He's a skeleton.
Flash some goo on him. Fine.
What?
Careful, Patrin, you might get sold down the river.
Ooh.
Is that what you wanted it for? You didn't want any more? Just like, is this a magical thing?
Well, I was generally interested in the loot, and I said, like, how do you play?
He shows you a couple chords and stuff. He
Have you
goes,
got any
okay.
more shanties with lyrics? No, remember when we fought the pirate skeleton?
not on me.
He
Aw,
wasn't a
disappointing.
pirate. He was.
Yeah, he
DM
wasn't.
bottled
No.
I'm sure Mr. Bones knows loads of songs though.
Yeah, he sings you a shanty, but I'm not going to sing it for you.
Oh,
Poor show.
for
We'll give you 10 minutes and 10-minute break to make us.
Jesus.
that's a good shout actually.
That's a great idea.
Jeez.
He
You
goes,
got
"Oh,
the assholes today.
yeah, I was gonna say. He goes, "Oh, I remember that. I fell in with some bad bones back there.
Bad
Yeah, if you want to join my undead crew, hold you underwater
There it is.
for a few."
He's found it. He's found it, hasn't he?
Yeah, new
Yeah, he goes,
rules.
"I remember that. Yeah, I prefer not to think back on those days, to be honest."
Oh, dear.
You will having a jovial conversation. It takes several
Okay.
days
Oh.
to get to Erith.
That's random.
It is a lot further away than anywhere you've been before, but you've come across using your knowledge of what some of these symbols are. The runes or the Ratman language, Adran.
He's not
Using-
here. He's disconnected from the game.
Well, because of him knowing that, you find several safe locations to sleep, and you're undisturbed in your travels on your way to Erith. And after 4 days of journey or so, 4 or
Hello?
5 days. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
So I just said, because you used your knowledge of the Ratman symbols, you managed to find several locations which were safe to sleep on your
Oh,
journey.
Jesus Christ!
Oh,
Really?
you're tempted. What?
Right, my computer's having a bit of a fit. It's just closed its stuff down, and now everything's crashing.
Oh, yeah, mine
Okay.
did that last week.
So I've like missed like the last like minute of conversation.
Okay. So I'll quickly redo it, and if you leave again, we'll take our break then.
That's
Okay.
fair. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, so on your way down, it took 4 or 5 days, but using your knowledge of the Ratman language, you managed to find several locations with the carvings in trees or in rock stating there's a safe location to sleep.
That's
So
cool.
you had a very safe journey on the way down.
That's cool.
And on the 4th day of your journey, you stand on the precipice of the largest city, well, most of you have ever seen. It's jaw-dropping to
Wait, most of
of
it?
you. Yeah, it'll be the biggest city Patron's ever seen because it's bigger than his hometown, and for Jimmy, definitely bigger than anything he's ever seen.
Is it a genuine whoa moment? Whoa.
Yeah, imagine it's like the last couple places you've been, like Spalding, nothing. Like it's a couple farm. This is like going from. It's like going from Gotham, and I don't mean Batman. I mean in the UK. To
Where the
New
hell's
York
Gotham
City.
in the UK?
But me and Jazz are nonplussed by this.
Relatively, you are like, yeah, it's a city, but Rhys, you're like, this is a city. I've been to cities before. This is big, but like for someone who's not been growing up in cities, it's a bit awe-inspiring.
Huge.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Pretty big city.
This is fancy.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
One thing you notice, which is quite frequent, is you notice there's more Ratmen in the city than any city you've been in before.
That's cool.
And all of them are wearing these kind of collars which have glowing blue runes on them.
That's not so cool because I can guess what they are.
They're there.
Would I potentially know what they are?
It's fairly common knowledge that this is run by the free people, and these Ratmen are probably slaves of some master, and they're going around doing their bidding.
Hmm.
Wow.
Hmm.
you do notice there's a kind of dichotomy here of between wealthy people and poor. It seems like there's a very much line in the sand, opposed to other cities like your hometown, Rhys, where everyone kind of got on. There was nobility, but they'd still would go to the same bakers as everyone else, and everyone kind of got on. You even just from being in there for around 10, 20 minutes, you can immediately see this kind of difference, and it's lacking to integrate between the two factions.
Mm.
Beef.
Mr. Bones will rock up to you and say, to get to our location, we need to go to a well at the centre of town. And he begins to walk in some kind of direction. He's getting quite a lot of looks, but it's like, in New York, people just don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like, people look at him and then look away. They're like another weirdo.
I'll follow him.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, we're all following.
Okay, so he
What are the looks that we're all getting? The same sort of things.
I think it's raw weirdos.
they seem to they look you up and down, and they see that you're not wearing incredibly expensive clothing that rich people do, and they kind of don't. Then immediately you're not part of their world. They don't care about you. And anyone who looks at like some kind of urchin or some kind of beggar, they look at you, see you don't have money, don't care about robbing you or begging from you, and similarly ignore you.
Okay.
Is there something wrong with our clothes?
You smell funny.
They do actually. They look at you, Patron, as they see a man walking around in full plate armor, and occasionally
Yeah, don't he
you'll-
look quite well off in his plate armor?
Yeah, he does. I was just thinking this because he does wear that. So you do get people come up to you and say, "Got any gold spare, sir?"
Not for
Ah.
you.
I'll give him a gold.
They go, "Oh, thank you, sir."
You're gonna go to that another 100 times.
Yeah, as you give one of these urchins a gold, what seems like 5 more immediately come up to you.
I'll just chuck 5 gold into the air as a distraction.
Okay. Are they all start fighting
Are
each
you,
other
are
for the
you
gold on the
minusing
ground?
this off your total?
What?
Are you minusing it off your total?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I trust Chaz to be doing that. So yeah, they scrabble on the ground to sort it out to try and get the gold as you make your exit.
Mhm.
Eventually, Mr. Bones leads you to this what was described as a well, but appears to be this huge fountain, which what looks like is a hole in the center, which just is pitch black. Like if you've got this ring of water which is falling down into this hole, which if you peer over and look in, you can't see the bottom of.
Wow.
Who's going down first?
So last time you wanted to jump into a portal, which I wasn't okay with, and now you want me to jump into a big black hole.
He looks at you and goes, "We're not supposed to jump in the well. This is just where the riddle starts."
Okay, phew.
But
everybody's looking down,
I
I'm getting
I like your willingness to jump into the abyss.
No, fine. I'm good.
Can I look around and see if there's any blacksmiths quickly? Like just not like actually look around the city, but like just look in my immediate area.
You can easily find blacksmiths in. This is a huge city, and
I know,
sure,
but like
they're
in
quite
the
diverse.
immediate vicinity, I mean.
Not in the immediate vicinity, but you know that if you were to have a look around, you'd be able to find them.
Okay. What about like a good class of blacksmith?
You should be able to find one here. Yeah.
Okay.
Erith is the largest city in this entire continent.
Okay,
So-
that's a good start.
Yeah. So you feel like especially with your background, you're versed at navigating, so you should be able to find what you need if you want.
Okay, so
yeah,
with
sorry.
that out of the way, I'll just go after looking about and stuff. I'll just go. Okay, so what's the first part of the riddle then?
He goes, it's now the translation on this is it's not one-to-one, so bear with me, he says.
There's a
It
bear
took-
with you.
Yeah, there's a bear.
There's a bear with you. Okay.
Follow the bear, he says.
I'm so close. to
Follow the
getting it.
bear.
Swear
Follow
to
the
God.
bear.
It says you have to follow that can be carried, but it has no weight. Its skin is struck with a foul limb. Then he looks at you.
Again?
He goes, I think it was originally supposed to rhyme, but the translation doesn't work. So he goes, follow that can be carried, but it has no weight. Its skin is beaten by a foul limb.
A foul limb.
Foul, as in a bird, he says.
That's important.
Yeah, foul or foul.
And so limb as in like a
F-O-W.
leg.
Yeah, as in like leg.
So a chicken's leg can beat
I mean, possibly. But you,
a chicken.
I nice to see that you're on like Patron's level of thinking.
Egg. Not egg, is it?
That can
Follow an egg, he says.
that which can be carried but has no weight.
I was thinking wind, but it's
Chicken
not
takeaway.
wind.
My skin is hit by a foul limb, he says.
Wings.
No skin.
Something about a wing or something.
Well, no, probably like probably the air.
Yeah,
That's what I said. Wind. Air.
everyone roll in an intelligence check, and I'll give you a hint based on that.
Okay. This is terrible. Yeah, that's I went as well as I thought it would be.
So I've got to roll, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, 18.
Okay,
chicken.
so Patron and Samson, you think
How the fuck did they?
it means it means a drumstick, a foul limb.
Oh, like a chicken drumstick. Don't tell Patrick. We go food.
I got 14, by the way.
Yeah. So you probably So you probably got it as well. So it's something that you need to follow that which is carried, but has no weight, and its skin is hit by a drumstick.
I can't think of
drumstick that's lightweight.
A drum.
Well, you think
Um,
it's
Drum.
So as you,
Like a drum.
if you're thinking of a drum, when you say drum, I want everyone to roll a perception check. And Mr. Bones will as well.
I've DC'd, so.
I'll roll for you if that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
how does 23 sit for you?
Yeah, you can hear anyone who rolled over 16, which you did, Ed.
Okay.
You can hear this drum beat tapping away under the noise of the whole hustle and bustle of the city.
So we gotta
Where's that-
follow
where's
some
that
rules.
sound coming from?
Since I got a high roll, can I tell where it's coming from?
Yeah. For you, this is perfect. You think it's coming from an alleyway round the corner.
Okay.
Can anyone else hear that
Any
sound?
ideas?
I think it's this way, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone will follow you around this corner,
Okay.
and the sound of this drum, while still very quiet, is getting gradually louder as you navigate through different alleyways. Occasionally you go across streets, and they seem to be populated by almost nobody. It gets quieter and quieter, and there's less hustle and bustle of the city going on, until eventually the drum is becoming almost deafening in volume, and eventually you find yourself standing at the fountain you were originally, but with a blue portal in front of you and no one else around.
Uh-oh.
What the? Not another one of these.
Hmm.
I don't know. You can be triggered at that and then sell somebody down the river.
Can I hold that open for us?
Right, I'm walking through it.
Mr. Bones will walk through as well.
There you
This
go
again.
again.
I mean, DM just goes, "There's a portal," and then he just says nothing, and then one person walks through, and then we go, "Oh shit, we got no choice," and then that's it.
Yeah, we gotta
the
go
same
through.
thing happens every time.
You have to go through now. I mean, to be fair, you could just I could just go before I walk through. I'm gonna go back and try and find a blacksmith.
I'm just gonna go to pub.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go
I
for
won't say you don't have to go through.
No, I'm going to the portal.
No, we do.
I'm going
Okay.
through.
When you go through the portal, you
Can't leave
find
the
yourself in a kind of. It's like a bar, like a kind of tavern, but with no one there.
Ooh.
Sorted
And-
free drinks.
You can pour yourself free drinks if you want to,
I did.
as this is going on. And you hear a
Boys,
familiar
you might be able
voice
to get back.
I'll
of
have a drink.
the Mad Mage. And he says,
Oh no! I thought you were
"Welcome
dead.
to the trial of the city."
Oh, it's you
Oh.
again.
Oh
He
no,
goes-
not you again.